What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more NBA news to, of course, be talking about with you guys. Some very interesting and I think debatable news going around with the Golden State Warriors right now that has definitely raised a lot of eyebrows around the NBA community, with it now currently being reported that the Golden State Warriors are expected to offer Jordan Poole a 4-year, $80 million extension, and this is all being reported by now. I know I'm going to absolutely butcher this guy's name, but it's Connor Latorino, I think that's how you say it, Connor Latorino, off San Francisco Chronicle. And I actually think this is really weird, because a lot of people are saying, well, how the hell are the Golden State Warriors going to do this, because they are already the highest team pretty much paying over luxury tax. Like, they're paying an unbelievable amount of money over luxury tax. Like, I'm pretty sure the NBA salary is like 110 million or something like that, or it's 120 million. Steph Curry, I think he's on like a $50 million per year type contract now. Klay Thompson's on like 35 million, and Andrew Wiggins is on 30 million. Like, that's already over the salary cap pretty much. And then you got Draymond Green's 25 million per year contract. James Wiseman, I believe, is on 10 or 11 million, something like that. And then Kevon Looney, I think, is on 5 or 6 million. And now, if you brought in Jordan Poole on $20 million a season, that would be absolutely crazy if the Golden State Warriors went that far over the luxury tax. Probably never ever been seen before. But honestly, I don't even think it matters to the Golden State Warriors that much, because their owners literally have that much amount of money. Like, I don't think people understand how crazy the Golden State Warriors income is. Like, legitimately, whether people would like to hate them or not, the Warriors still have like a top 5, I think, biggest fan base in the NBA now. They're probably in like a top 5 market area in the NBA as well. And not just that, they don't own, they not only dominate like San Francisco, but they also dominate like Oakland. They have a bunch of like San Diego fans as well, this and that. So many people all across, California really like them. And I've even seen, because we know that the Las Vegas Raiders, they're kind of the team of Vegas now, this and that. There's a lot of people in Vegas who just got in the NFL and this and that because of the Raiders, that are now Golden State fans, because obviously the Raiders used to be in Oakland, just like how the Warriors were pretty much the Oakland team as well. So that's really crazy to see how many like Warriors fans there are out there, and the income that this team makes off basically everything, like tickets to their game, the jersey sales, this and that. I don't think it's really a bad idea for them to extend Jordan Poole at all. In fact, I think it's actually a really solid idea. They just got to see, in my opinion, if they can win the championship this year or not, because then I think it might be a little bit of a different outcome. They might not be as willing to fork out $20 million to a guy that, is coming off the bench for the most part. It is a really tough one, because when you look at it like that, do you want to be paying like $50 million to $60 million, whatever they're paying over the luxury tax, for a team that's not winning championships? Like, realistically, the Phoenix Suns, without them going and re-signing DeAndre Ayton yet, they're barely over the luxury tax, and they're, arguably the best team in the league. Then you look at even, the Miami Heat, they're the best team in the East, and I don't think they're really over the luxury tax exactly too much as well. I mean, Bam's just on a max, Kyle Lowry's not on a max, Duncan Robinson's on 20 mil a year, which is overpaid. Jimmy Butler's the only dude on there that's like fully on a decent paying max. A lot of those guys on that team took a lot of pay cuts to make that happen, this and that. I think it just begs the question of the Warriors, how much are you willing to go over the luxury tax? And not just that, but Jordan Poole, it's a weird thing, because Jordan Poole is averaging technically 16.5 points per game this year. But most of those points did come when Klay Thompson was not playing. I believe when Klay wasn't playing, he was averaging like 19, and now it's dropped to 16.5. And who knows how much it could definitely drop. I think this team has too many stars not to at least make it to the conference finals. Like, if they don't make it to the conference finals, it's a failure. But I think, like most Warriors fans think, I'm not a Warriors fan, but I do think this. I think the Golden State Warriors will most likely make it to the conference finals. Too much talent. Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, Klay Thompson, 3 absolute beasts on the court. Then you got their general and their point forward, Draymond Green, who's arguably the best defender in the game. Elite playmaker. One of the best screen set players in the game as well. Dude is just absolutely crazy at basketball. Pretty much does everything elite except offense. Dude is absolutely insane. Like, to put this into perspective, he leads the Warriors on rebounds, assists, and blocks. And would lead him on steals if Gary Payton didn't do so well in his limited minutes on the court. Really crazy numbers right there. But it just is me, like, looking at this, I think the only position they're missing is a center. And what this actually does, though, is if you extend Jordan Poole to around 20 million per season, right, I don't think people realize how much this could actually activate, though, in, like, sign and trade terms. Like, I'm not saying the Golden State Warriors are going to be trading away Jordan Poole. But if this year happens and they don't win the championship, if next year happens and they don't win the championship, it could be a thing that you look like doing down the road. Because by then, Poole would be about 24, probably still coming off the bench, and is the type of guy that could legitimately probably average around 20 plus on a team that he would be starting on. So that would draw a lot of attention. And then you could look at things like this. In 2 years, if it doesn't work out, you can always say, alright, Jordan Poole and James Wiseman and a bunch of picks for Karl Anthony Towns if the Timberwolves are, like, really bad by then. Something like that, right? There's always so many endless possibilities. That's why I think actually getting the Jordan Poole deal makes sense. Like, whether you can always use him as a tradable player down the future, but if you don't want to trade him, which I think the Warriors don't want to do, they want to keep him for the future. The dude is 22 years of age, averaging 16.5 points per game and 19 when he was starting. He is a really, really solid player in the NBA. And again, I really hope not, touch wood, that this doesn't happen. But there's no got Jordan Poole right there and ready to start if he is really needed to. And then I think that would make a lot of sense. So again, who knows? Maybe Klay hurts an ankle or something like that, misses a week in the playoffs. Bang. Jordan Poole inserted in the lineup, can get you 30 to 35 minutes per game, can average you 20 to 25 points per game if really needed, but it's more going to be like a 19 point per game player. He would help out so much for this team, and I think Jordan Poole, re-signing him, just enforces the fact that this team is going to be good post Steph Curry. Like, Steph Curry's 33 right now, could probably play till he's 40, like, he's a shooter, he probably won't ever get worse, but you look at this, like, how we think about it. Jordan Poole's only 22 years of age. You extend him for 4 years. You've got him guaranteed for 4 more. Jonathan Kuminga's only 19. So that's another guy. Moses Moody is only 19. Wiggins is still 27. Got a bunch more years, you know, for him to play out. And then you got James Wiseman, who hasn't played all year. And I don't even know what's going on with him. He's still 21 or years old or whatever. So he's still kind of kicking it. And yeah, again, there's a lot to kind of take out of this. I think the Warriors are really just destined to be a good team for a long time. Like, I mean, re-signing Jordan Poole only just states that. And I think going over the luxury tax really won't matter to them too much, because I think the salary is getting extended in 2025 as well. Plus, they're the Golden State freaking Warriors, dude. Like, they're crazy. They have one of the biggest fan bases in the league, one of the biggest, you know, destination spots in the whole entire world. There's no reason that the Golden State Warriors, I don't think, would do this. The Golden State Warriors owners are that rich, would probably go over $100 million for the luxury tax if they wanted to. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for all the latest NBA content and NBA news. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to my sports, this channel, my sports channel, my IRL/vlogging channel, my gaming channel, and my CHB podcast as well if you haven't already, which will all be linked in the description down below. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.